Yo, what's up guys, I'm back, going to review for this time we have this 86 Alexandre Pato. Now, I know I'm a little bit late on the winter wildcards, it's just I've been a little bit busy recently, but I am trying to make up for it with having 18 reviews at once for you guys. But on stats then for him, he's 5'9", got the medium low work rate, he's right footed with the 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, which is a nice upgrade on this card to be fair, and he did kind of need it because he doesn't really have like the 99 stats like some of the other cards in the winter wildcard does. Now, on alternative positions, he's got a wide range of variety. He's got striker, right mid, left mid, and also centre forward, which is a really nice combo for him. Just allows you to have a little bit of versatility. I know he's MLS, so you're not going to be able to get the best of links with him, but because of his versatility, it's actually quite nice. On stats then, so he's got the 87 pace, the 85 shooting, the 78 passing, the 85 dribbling, and the 73 physical. So on paper, looks like quite a nice striker all round. I decided to go with the engine chem style just to boost up that dribbling, pace, and passing up a little bit more. I felt like that was most needed, especially the 5-star skills. If you do enjoy the clips or want to see more, please do subscribe. It generally does help the channel out a lot, and I'll see you after the positive and negatives. Peace.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take. Look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than numbers. Standing in the shade, going louder. We are all one color, standing in the way.
So, on to my overall thoughts about this Pato card then. Now, first to me is the 5-star skills. The 5-star skills to me are a nice attribute about this card. Just allows you to get into the right position at the right time with the elasticos, reverse elasticos, ball roll scoop, etc, etc. Just really, really nice on this card. And just to get him into the right position at the right time. Now, the 4-star weak foot for me, generally speaking, nearly as good as that strong foot to be fair. Very, very deadly, and I didn't have any issues with it at all. Now, the pace to me, it's not electrically fast, don't get me wrong. He's not really going to be like outpacing any of the fast fullbacks or even the fast centre backs. He's generally a card for the skills and stuff like that. The pace, you can boost it a little bit like I've done with the engine, but it's not going to matter too much to be honest. And this is why you probably could go with a finisher, which leads me onto my finishing attributes. So the shooting for me, generally speaking, it's not bad, but it's also not amazing. He will miss a few chances, but he also will score a few on both feet to be fair. It's just because he's got the 85 finishing base, which wasn't really that amazing. So this is why I said you probably could go with a finisher, because he does need that agility boost. Because when you have 5-star skills, you need high agility no matter what. Otherwise, the 5-star skills won't come off cleanly, and it just pointless on 5-star skills. But generally speaking, if you're going to change chems, I would say with a finisher and just deduct that pace. Now, the passing for me, there's nothing major about it. The only one that's good about this is the curve, and it does actually have the finesse shot trait to go hand in hand with it. So that is actually quite a nice attribute of this card, but overall for the passing, it is quite average in my opinion. Now, the dribbling for me is where I have issues with this card. The low agility and also the little bit low dribbling stat, it just allows him to sometimes be a little bit stiff with the skills. Overall, it's quite smooth. Like, generally, you've seen the clips, he will score quite a lot of skill goals, but overall, you might have a few here and there ones, and that is why. Now, the composure for me didn't have any issues with, same with the ball control. The reactions didn't really notice too bad on this card, so that's not really an issue. But the hearing issue. So the balance and the strength combined aren't really the best. Because since they're both quite low and he's quite small, he will get out strength quite easily. So this is why you need to use those skills really effectively. And also have the extra drilling just to do like close control touches and stuff like that. Now, he does actually have the head and jumping on this card, which is quite nice. He's not really the tallest of cards, but if he is against like a fullback or something like that, you might be able to win the head and maybe possibly score the goal. Now, the stamina for me is a little bit low, don't get me wrong, but as a striker, it's probably the least like important position on the pitch, except for centre back. For stamina, generally you can get away with it with the right instructions. I feel like he'll last around like the 70th minute before you actually will need to take him off, because the pace is quite low as it is already, so generally you will need to take him off for like some kind of like pace injection and stuff like that. Now, as I've already talked about, the strength and balance is a little bit of a clash, to be honest, and especially the aggression isn't the highest. I really like cards with high aggression, just to get that ball back high up the pitch, stuff like that, but it doesn't really have that attribute in my opinion. So on to my overall scores about this Pato card then. Now first for me is the pace. Now overall for the pace, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I'm not giving it higher than that because I do think he's a little bit sluggy at times on the pace. He's not really slow, don't get me wrong, but he's also not fast. Now the shooting overall for me, I am also going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I just feel like with the finish chem stat, they might be boosted more to like an 8, so that might have been like an error on my behalf. But generally speaking, it's not going to like resurrect it too much. He will miss a few chances, but he also will score quite a nice few. Now the passing me overall, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I'm not giving it higher than that. The only one that's really resurrecting it is that curve, as well as the finesse shot trade, but overall it's kind of average. Now, the dribbling for me, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 as well. I feel like I could give it more of an 8, but generally I would want like 87 agility base or stuff like that. Because he is quite small, you do kind of expect like quite high agility on the card to use those skills effectively. Now, on to physicals for me. So he does have the head and jumping, he does have a little bit of stamina and a tiny bit of strength. So overall for this, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. I do think that's a little bit pushing it because the stamina is a little bit low, but overall he does have a few attributes in the physical attributes. Now, overall score from him then, I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. He's not really the most meta with cards, and especially since he's MLS, you're not really good at the best of links. You got like Donovan, maybe that Bale card, maybe even like Campos, but that is pushing your luck using a 5'7", 5'8" keeper, or whatever he is. But generally speaking, on value for coins, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I don't really think he's worth the value coins. I know he's very cheap, but I just feel like there is a lot better cards even for the price. Even like Skillers, I feel like you can just get like a normal Vinicius and he'd be probably better than this card. It just doesn't really feel like a card overall that you're going to be using for like a meta kind of card. He's just more like a card for fun if you like Pato, if you like his flashbacks in the past and stuff like that. But that's all for my views. Always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It generally does help the channel out a lot. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you in the next video, and peace out, guys.